Good morning, children. 9th standard. We'll continue the answers for the lesson Employment in India and Tamil Nadu. Okay. Just you all take out your books. Take your books along with your classwork notebook. Take your books, children. Already we finished. Choose the correct answer and fill in the blanks. Match the following. And short answers till 2. Second short answer. Till second short answer we finished. Now, I am going to give you the short answer, third one. What are the three sectors of an economy? Third short answer. This is continuation, children. What are the three sectors of economy? That is in page number 293. Just take page number 293. Second mark panningala the same page only. Okay. The triangle, employment structure. Above the picture, the economy is classified into three sectors: primary or agriculture sector, secondary or industrial sector, and tertiary or service sector. Till that only, third short answer. Okay. Can you able to follow then? Then fourth short answer. It is in page number 295. I'll read out the question. Agriculture, despite a sharp decline in gross domestic product, continues to be the largest employer in Tamil Nadu. Give reason. For that, the answer is in page number 295. Take all of you 295. Here you have the last paragraph. Employment trends in Tamil Nadu. For that, in the fourth line, you just see the fourth line. The non-agriculture sectors. T capital letter, you have to write the capital letter T. The non-agriculture sectors are yet to generate enough employment to affect a shift of labor force. Most of the employment growth in Tamil Nadu has been contributed by the unorganized and informal sector. Till that. Second, that is fourth short answer. Okay. Next, we'll pass on to the detailed answer. Answer in detail, that is Roman letter 5. First one, answer. You take down the question from your book, okay. Explain primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Answer. First one, primary sector. Agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry. Poultry, dairy farming, and fishing, etc. Then second point, secondary sector. for that answer. Manufacturing, small and large scale industries, and constructional activities. And third point, tertiary sector. Transport, insurance, transport, insurance, banking, trade, communication, real estate, government and non-government services. That's all. First detail answer. And second detail answer. Explain the employment structure of India. Explain the employment structure of India. I'll write it down. First point, increasing self-employment. Second point, firms using favor full-time employees and tending to offer more short-term contracts. And the third point, there has been a growth in part-time employment This may be due to due to lifestyle of the people. Lifestyle of the people. So this is second detailed answer. Third detailed answer, compare the employment condition prevailing in the organized and unorganized sector. It is in page number 294. Answer. Page number 294. You just take page number 294. Organized sector. You have. So, they ask you to compare the employment condition prevailing in the organized and unorganized sector. So, like this, you have to write the tabular column. Okay, children? இந்த மாதிரி போட்டுக்கணும். புரியுதா? Can you see? Organized sector and this side unorganized sector. Okay. In organized sector, the first point. அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு எங்கே இருக்குது அப்படின்னா, it is in page number 294. Here, organized sector. In this page, it is in 2, 4, 6, 8th line. 8th line you can see. In India, employees of central and state governments, banks, railways, insurance industry and so on can be called as organized sector. Till that you have to write. Understand? And second point in that, organized sector gives last here. Organized sector gives good salary, fixed working hours, paid holidays and provide medical allowance and insurance also. This is second point. Okay, children, can you able to follow? That is one side you have to write organized sector. அதுக்கு 2 points I gave you. இங்கே இந்தியாவிலேருந்து அதுலேருந்து எழுதணும். First point, second point is that. Unorganized sector. இங்கே ஆப்போசிட்டில் போடுறீங்கல்ல, that is here this side unorganized sector. அது எங்கே இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். We'll see. It is also in the page, same page number. Unorganized sector. The unorganized sector of the economy characterized by the household manufacturing activity and small scale industry. Jobs here are low paid. Manufacturing activity. Okay. And அது வரைக்கும் மார்க் பண்ணிட்டு again 8th line. This sector includes a large number of people who are employed on their own doing small jobs such as selling on the street, doing repair work and so on. Till that. And so on. Okay, ma? And a second point, mostly they, in the 4th line, the second point that is, mostly they do not have paid leave, holiday, leave due to sickness and so on. Employment is not secure. Till that. That is second point. Have you understand, children? புரிஞ்சுதா எல்லாருக்கும்? Okay. Then, this is the third detailed answer. And fourth detailed answer. It is in page number 295. Page number 295. What is the question, children? Read the question along with me. Distinguish between the public and private sector. For that, here at the top in page number 295, differences between the public and private sector. Like this tabular column you have to write. Okay. I'll read out the answer. Public sector and private sector. The mari tabular column divide panni neenga potuknom. Okay. First one, public sector service motive. Private sector profit motive. Then point 2, public sector government owns the assets. Private sector, private individuals own the asset. Third point, wages are paid by the government, and here the third point is wages are paid by the owner of private enterprises. Till that எழுதிக்கணும். அதுக்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள் கீழே இருக்கு பாருங்க. You can see the example. You have to write the example also. Okay. Example for public sector, NLC, that is Neyveli Lignite Corporation. Okay. And second one, SAIL. Third one, BSNL. And private sector, example, TVS Motors, Ashok Leyland and Tata Steel. Can you able to follow? So, there are 4 detailed answers. Till that, this lesson is over. The answers are over. I gave you all the answers. Is it not? Only 4 detailed answers. That's all. So, children, learn carefully. First, write in your book itself. You can write the answers. Okay. Then, afterwards, you can copy in the classwork notebook. Then only it will be easy for you to learn. Have you understand, children? And you finish the half-yearly examination. And the next, we don't know when the school will be reopening. So, நீங்க school reopen ஆகுது அப்படின்னா, if you come to school, if you have any doubts, you can ask us, we can clear it. And till that, you learn well. Through the online classes, you can learn. Understand? So, whatever the doubts you have, children, you can ask us through mobile phone, or else you can come to school. We'll be in school only from 9 to 4 p.m. Okay, children, and tell your parent to clear the balance fees. This is very important. Then only we can give you the marks. If the government asks us to give promotion, or we don't know what the government will do then. So, tell your parent to clear all the balance fees. Okay, this year fees especially. And in that we gave you 25% in the starting fees and also 25% in monthly fees. Everything we reduced. எல்லாமே நம்ம ஸ்கூலில் சார் வந்து மேடம் எல்லாத்தையும் உங்களுக்கு ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணி தான் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ ஒன்லி கொஞ்சம் அமௌண்ட்டு தான் உங்களுக்கு கட்ட வேண்டியது இருக்குது. புரியுதா? ஸோ டெல் யர் பேரண்ட் டு பே த ஃபீஸ், கிளியர் ஆல் த ஃபீஸ் பிஃபோர் February. Understand? Can you able to follow? Okay, children, we'll see you in the next class. Bye. Thank you.